What's up, everybody? This is Ed Brown Bat here for another episode of Mod Messin', and I'm trying to do a short, concise video to get this posted before I go. I'm not going on vacation. I got to move down the street, but nevertheless, I have to take everything apart and then reassemble everything, and I have a couple hours to do it, and I have to clean the place, and it's so hectic right now. Anyway, I want to show you one of the things that the most recent thing I've discovered. This is, again, puts the Brown Bat mod on hold. Not on hold. I'm working on it. It's delaying it because, of course, I found something else that I've always wondered if you could do, and guess what? You can. So in assets, environment assets, or ENV assets, then you have a bunch of folders for parts for the Playset games. In TCW, the Clone Wars parts, I found all the different assembled assets for Coruscant and some individual assets. Now, my method is just quick. I created a character folder for each piece I want to use, and I thought I was done, and then I found a bunch of more. So, let's see, characters. All right, so not only did I have to make a character folder, but I also had to make DNX files. And the reason I made DNX files is to replace some of the blockhead characters that I never use. Some people do. I can't say nobody, but I don't care about them. So all the incredible townspeople, except for the cop and the fireman and some of the kids, like, they can be kids in the game. Anyway, and so I found a bunch of buildings. There's 14, 15, 16 of them. Some of them are duplicates. Anyway, used throughout the game. Some of them probably aren't even used. But I'm like, all right, I can use those. And then I get to the end. I'm like, all right, I'm almost done. I am done, right? And then I found the actual templates for the hub worlds. I'm like, oh, no. All right, so now you have those alien creatures that I'm going to replace them. You know, the ones with the 3 eyes and the 4 eyes from Toy Story in Space, those blockhead characters. So I'm going to do that. So essentially what I did is I took those, the properties in the toy box, I'm trying to think, what did I do? Oh, the DNX folders. All right, so the DNX files are totally based on the locator. So once you put the characters down, they're going to have collision if they were actually built with collision. This is the only way I know how to do this. Otherwise, it won't have collision. And the actor is not going to move. He's not going to do anything because it's stripped down to the bare bones of only the stuff that the blue locator has. So once you put them down and you're done, the only way to remove them is to clear the slate, refresh gameplay. So it's one of those things that you have to really get used to. But all's not lost. Just keep playing, right? Just keep figuring it out, and then you'll get it. There's the Jedi Temple, which allowed me to make it double size, which is still a big deal, right? We got the Coruscant Theater, the Senate building, which comes in 2 parts, which is background anyway. So we got the Sky Dome. So why would you need that? But it's just that I did it anyway. And buildings 1 through 14, and all of them aren't used because some of them look so Fisher Price. It wasn't funny. And you can see right here, Coruscant Library. All that is, and I'm not even using that one. That's the library from the actual toy. I just wanted to see what it looked like if I make it bigger. And there's no point. I don't even use that one. I like the one that they gave us, except for it has the base in the bottom, and it has the book on the top. But whatever, you'll see what I use those for in another video once I get this wrapped up, and I can show you what I use it for. I use it for doors, by the way, and I also found some assets in Nightmare Before Christmas for the racetrack, and I replaced the what do you call it? The cluster decorations. So you're gonna see that in a second here. So let me load up these 2 things, and I'll do Coruscant first because that's the one I brought up first. And of course, this is by no means done. by no means is this done. Again, I thought I was done, and then I realized that I did something, or I found something else. Just right quick. Because I have to get going. I just wanted to get this out because I don't know how long it's going to be before I get everything situated. Oh my goodness. I also have shipyards. You'll see that too. Because you can't make the actual in-game ships bigger. You'll crash the game, or they'll lose all collision and keep falling through. So you can't make these bigger through the DNX file, but you can make another instance and make these a toy set or playset piece. So just give you an example of that. I know I'm so excited and showing you things, right? I don't want to edit this. I just want to get it raw and post it. I also have a fight in R2-D2, fight in BB-8, T-Rex. I'm not going to show you that yet. I'm not going to show you that today. So trying to remember. I got all the mission givers, cars for mission givers, all the ones that were available. Carla, I had to give her some eyes because she didn't have any. Just painted them on there. And I'm trying to think. Man About a Town. See, that's the ghost. I'm trying to think. Does it have collision? I don't think it does. No. See, it doesn't have collision. But with this one, I actually can, if I can find the middle of it, I can actually delete it. Now, had I done this the other way, yeah, it's hard to find the middle. Where is it? You put another one down and go back. Oh, it's such a pain. It's something you have to get used to. Where is it? Should be right here. Sometimes you can't get it with the... Yeah, sometimes you have to be in spark mode. Sometimes you have to be on foot. It's something you have to get used to. Again, these are pretty much things that you put down and you leave there. But anyway, see how it falls down? All right? That's because it's using the logic or the DNX info behind the townsperson, not the locator, like I said. But anyway, I did those for a bunch of the ships. I got over carried away. So it's not just those. I also did some of the collectibles. The collectible ones you can actually connect to a path creator and have them move. You'll be astonished to see exactly everything that I brought in here. But some of them have collision inherently and some of them don't. So if you take the mad scientist, this is where I think the building stuff starts. So I set him down. All right, so that's a Coruscant building. All right, it has collision, but if I get out of spark mode, I'm stuck inside. Oh. Had collision the other day. Okay, part of it has collision. Only the bottom part. Okay. And you know what? I really don't care because if you're building a city and if you want to flesh that out, then use barrier blocks. But there's no way to get a hold of that. So that would really suck if you mess one thing up and then you go to reset gameplay. Oh, no, I have to rebuild the town. So it's one of those things that, can you get around? Yeah, you have to go back in and mod the DNX file, but you're not supposed to be making mistakes. And you will make mistakes, but the more mistakes you make, the better you get at it. And again, you have to learn which pieces. And I also have to take pictures and replace the characters. I can't replace the names. I don't know how to do that. But I can actually replace the characters, and that's going to take probably another 2 months. So I know what it is, and I'm not constantly looking back and forth at a piece of paper saying, oh, Gazer Beam is what? He's the entertainment district. What do we mean? All right, so this is what I was talking about. All right, actually, let me back. You can back out of it. But once you put them down, it's set until you clear, unless you clear it. All right, so that's part of the entertainment district. All right, and I'm looking for all the other different pieces. And I just put another instance down, rotated it a different way. Put another, I'm turning them all 4 different ways. This is, of course, not what was in game, but there's no middle section to this as of yet. I haven't found it. But I just went all around, and I'm curious to see all the different things that I can find. And yes, for the most part, it has collision, except for the places that don't have collision, if that makes sense. Yeah, the normals are reversed, so you don't see the back sides of these. There's no, yeah. Anyway, there's physics, and you can just see I just went through another wall. That's just how it is, the backside. I think I call it, the normals are not reversed. So why is it like this? Because I just put 4 different instances of the same thing down. That's why. So it's all merged together with the way it's not supposed to be. All right, so if we put Dynaguy down, Dynaguy is the in-game model for, of course, it's overlapping here. He's the in-game model for the Jedi Temple. And there's a whole bunch more files. You can actually, if you know what you're doing, you could actually rebuild this set from the game. And that's what I want to do. I have, let's see, what was Baron von Ruthless? I didn't even see this in the game, but the file's there, and I think this is based on Padme's apartment. It might be in there. I just never seen it. But I think that's based on it. I mean, there's other apartments that look like that too. The Hoarder, what is? Oh, that's part of the Senate building. It's huge. All right, so that's the base. Really, it's supposed to be one part. I mean, it's hidden. You don't see it. All of it. Because it's surrounded. But the top's not fleshed out. But if you take how I have it set up, right? Him. And I'm not going to be directly or perfectly in the middle. I'm just going to set that. It should poke through. The top's fleshed out, so it's like the second half. Oh. We back out. Go up some. Now let's look. Want to make it smaller? Yeah, I made it smaller. Now let's try it. Oh, it's offset. But you see what I'm talking about. So you can put a top on it. You can build a giant BB-8, it looks like. There's no color to that. But that's the only thing that has no color to it. But it's supposed to be something in the background. But anyway, that's what I'm working on right now. Well, once I move, get everything set back up and get back into it. We have Monday off. So anyway, went a little bit longer than what I intended to. There's a whole... Oh, yeah, I did promise. Yeah, hold on. I'll just show you. I'll just load the toy box up. Back. Go quick, because I don't want to edit this. All right, so each one of these trees replaces one of the clusters for Halloween Town. So no more Christmas. It's all Halloween. Anyway, this was supposed to be a surprise. So guess what? I'm going to end it right here. See you. Bye.